Hey everyone, it's Magical Mal, and I'm here with Veronica from the Deadly Steak. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
And thank you so much for joining us. It's so awesome to have you here, and we're so happy that you're a part of Bad Luck Ball 3.
Yeah, thanks
It's
for
been
having
a
me.
it's been a journey. so,
Yeah, super excited.
yeah, tell me a little bit about what got you interested in making jewelry and the goth aesthetic and the dark arts. Tell me where that all stemmed from.
By late teenage years, I was really into the goth aesthetic, goth music, goth scene in general. And it wasn't until maybe like about 5 years ago that I started making like little charm jewelries and stuff that I liked. So, and then it progressed from bone jewelry and wire jewelry, and then it's just been a journey of evolution, basically.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, like you said, you started about like 5 years ago. So you've been doing
Yeah.
it for 5 years. What made you want to turn it into a business?
Um, More that I saw that maybe I could make a little cash on the side. You know, turn it into from a hobby to just a little something that I can make money off of, so I could keep creating.
I like that momentum to like have to do it so that you're like, you're also like, what is that? Or like, it's just motivation to keep creating, to like,
Yes, basically, yeah.
motivation. But I'm sure that the community probably supported you along the way and just encouraged you to keep going, right?
Yeah, they totally, yes, yes, 100%. Yes. So the feedback that I got from them urged me to keep going with it and to try new things and to continue on that path.
I should have wore like some of my jewelry that I have from your collection,
Yeah.
but I still think about it.
Yeah.
but yeah, I love your stuff, and I know I've heard a lot
Thank
of good
you.
things. Everybody, all of it in our network, we all talk about you, and we all want to have you at our events. So it's really cool.
Thank
Where do you
you.
see where do you see the Deadly State going? In the future, like, do you have any goals, or what are your aspirations? How can we help support you on your
Oh
journey?
well, the future that I see for myself is one that I can sustain myself using what I create to help that. So yeah, that's basically. I just want to be able to pay my bills.
Yeah, that's definitely motivation. I totally get that. I like,
Yeah.
yeah, I struggle with going to work full time. So like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like, okay, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Normally I'd be thinking about Houston, Hexes stuff. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
But yeah. So, have you ever thought about turning it into an NFT and then just shipping it over?
No, I really, I was more into the assumption that NFTs was more mainly like digital, creating digitally, stuff like that. So no, about that.
Well, we can definitely help you with that, like in the future, the near future, as we're going through this 3 to 4 month journey together. There are new like NFTs that are utilities that you can send products. There's like a whole community trying to bring together more people who are sending products with their NFTs, to kind of we're trying to change the paradigm. We want
Oh,
people to
okay.
understand, like that there's more to just supporting artists and music. There's just supporting people in general. And so when you
Right.
make your NFT, you can really go into the description of why you made your earrings in whatever way and what you were feeling when you were going through that. So we can kind of talk you through that and kind of show you like
Oh, okay.
some ways
I get
that you
that.
can, yeah, you can be making money on the side, just like having a website, but where people are sending it, through the wallets and all of that good stuff. But yeah, so
Yeah, that's
that's
pretty
one way
cool.
we can help you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so just are you thinking about putting yourself in any shops or anything like that? Like, have you tried?
Well, yeah. I actually am. Think. There's two shops in Houston that have approached me and wanted me to put my stuff in there. One of them is exclusively. Like an exclusive design, and another one is just some things that she likes in my shop that she would think fit her shop. So, yeah. most definitely.
Great. So whenever you get into the shops, let us know and we'll definitely promote that for you and get
Yes.
you out there. Because what we want to do is we want to build community. And the first thing that we want to do is build Houston up first. Like we want to get our
Right.
plaques. Anybody who's supporting us and doing our events, we want to support you too. So thank
No,
you so
heck
much for
yeah.
coming on the show.
Yeah,
We're
thank you for
super
having me.
excited about this bad luck ball. It's going to be like no other one, but they're all like that.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of
Yeah.
really
I'll,
cool.
I'll I'll actually have a couple of exclusive designs for that event. So when I get to making those and getting them all ready and stuff, I will definitely hit you up so we can
Awesome.
show them. Yeah.
That's so cool. I can't wait. Yeah, definitely. Right now on the Houston Hexes website, we have Sergio's one of his NFTs just as like a teaser for like browse our NFT collection. So we're getting on it. We're ready. And the
Yes.
NFT story is coming along pretty well too. So it's gonna be
Yes.
cool.
All right. Heck yeah.
Awesome.
I can't wait.
I know. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to hug
I
you.
know, right? I haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah, having babies and stuff. All right. Well, thank you again for coming on. We'll talk to Sergio tomorrow. Interviewing him, and he'll just be. We'll want to hear about his art, anything, the same kind of stuff that anything that we can help augment you guys. We definitely want to build the community up, and we want to tell your friends and let them know that we're out here. We're doing this.
Okay. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. All righty. Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, it's me, Magical Mal. I am here today with Last Drop. He is one of our featured artists in the digital gallery that we're going to be hosting in VR chat. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for that introduction. That was very nice.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. You were our first submission, so we thought it fitting to interview you first. What got you into art? How long have you been doing art? And what got you into doing NFTs?
Well, I've always been interested in art ever since I was young, and I'm sure that's a lot of way for a lot of people. It started, with just stick figures and, comics and stuff like that, just doodles, random doodles, and it's just never stopped. Along the ways I've tried different avenues, different ways to do art, and today, being more digitalized and everything, now jumping onto NFTs and just seeing how that goes, that's the main thing is just, exploring and seeing what works.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense. I mean, you got to stay with the trends.
Yeah.
And it's always good to have something that's just like kind of going for you. We can pop up at any art event, and that's you taking your stuff out there. But when you've got your NFTs, it's kind of like supporting you in the background at all times. Anybody who wants to just drop in and pick something up, that's always there. So it's like secondary to a website, even. So that's really
Yeah.
cool. I love that. Yeah, a lot of people's backgrounds start from when they're a kid with art, so that's a common thing that we hear. What made you start wanting to like monetize yourself as an artist and create this business where you are selling art for a living?
Um, well, it always started, I guess just through the many jobs I worked in, eh, ranging from manual labor to office jobs, and realizing that really none of it really, talked to me. I didn't really feel anything there. And from there, I realized that I think I just always really wanted to do something with my art. And here I am jumping on this whole carriage, seeing where it takes me.
That's awesome. Well, I hope that we can help promote you further along the way. With our 3 to 4 months of promotions, we're going to be bringing you back onto the podcast and talking a little bit more in depth about everything. So, tell me, what are your goals? Like, where do you see yourself in the future? Where do you want to go with this? Making it full time, or what kind of ideas do you have for expansion and growth?
Oh, well, I think my end game, or just where I want to end up at, is hopefully making a clothing brand, honestly. And I just like making art prints and stuff like that. But I think that's where I'm headed towards. It's just making clothing, something that's comfortable but also looks really good,
That is super cool. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, we're happy to help you augment that in any way. And you know that fashion is coming to the NFT space. I don't know if you know that this year they had Fashion Week in New York, and everything was like viable by NFT, and then as well as having people in the digital landscape with their modeling. Instead of having the runway, they had the digital gallery. So that's pretty cool. So you're right on the
Yeah,
trend.
that's
Or
so
the cutting
fascinating,
edge.
and I just love
Yeah,
hearing stuff like that. It makes me
yeah,
very excited.
yeah. So stay motivated. Like I said, we're going to get you out there. We're hoping that people come into the gallery. If not, they can check us out and check your art out on our website. And we'll be redirecting them for the next couple of months just to check out your art and to keep promoting you and keep supporting you as an artist.
All right, thank you so much, guys. That's
Thank you so much for being
amazing.
here with us today.
All right, yeah, of course, no problem, anytime.
All right. Well, we look forward to speaking with you again, and we look forward to meeting you at Bad Luck Ball. Um, and that's a wrap.
All right, well, I'll see you guys out there.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye. You too.
Hey everyone, it's me, Magical Al. I am here today with Tiffany, Dice Awesome Shop. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm a little spacey today, but I'm going to take it. Okay, so just kind of tell us about what got you started and what got you here.
All right. So I've been an artist, I've been doing art for pretty much my whole life. I didn't realize that it was the best way that I had to like deal with my inner turmoil, being a late diagnosed ADHD, depression, anxiety haver. Uh, it was just a way that I had to deal with that without me knowing that that's what it was. After I got a lot older, I stopped doing it for a while. And then I had my son, and my son, he loves to paint. So me and my son, we paint all the time. He's 10 years old now, and we both make our own art. And it's the best way to get everything out of your body and put it somewhere else.
That is truly amazing, and that's super inspiring. I also have a 10-year-old. She's big into art. We're probably going to be starting in a couple of weeks, like learning how to do her NFTs. She just turned 10.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
My son's gonna be 11 in July, so
that's cool. So what made, I'm sure she was a motivating factor, but what really made you start it as a business? Like what inspired you to do this?
So like throughout my whole working career, I have been under someone's thumb. And it unknowingly put a ridiculous amount of pressure and stress in my life. And I thought it was just like, you wake up, you go to work, you come home, you feed your kid, you go to bed, and you do it all over again the next day. And I'm like, I don't want to work or live to work just to go home and die. Like that's not a way of living, that's a way of surviving. I would like to thrive. So as long as I do, play my cards right, because this is actually a very new endeavor for me. I've always been, my friends would be like, oh, let me buy one of your paintings and stuff. And that's, something else. But now I want the freedom to be able to do as I please. So I can take my son on adventures and I can just spend more time with him and also live a less stressful life.
I totally relate to that. Yeah. I can't even imagine what I would have done if I never took the plunge and became an entrepreneur. I'm back into full-time working, but I know that that's the end goal
Right.
for me.
This is just a
This is just a temporary stepping
Exactly.
stone, but
yeah,
it's everything you're saying. I'm like,
Yes.
yes, vibes,
Totally
totally get it. I'm in that place right now.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm a hairstylist. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and I love cutting hair, but also just I mean, okay, sounds terrible, but like being around so many people just drains my battery so much that at the end of the day, I'm just like, leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with none of y'all. I love you all.
For sure.
I need to be by myself. I was tired of that.
I totally get that. Well, I mean, if you want to do some haircuts in your garage, I see you're in the nice little garage there. Let me know.
That's what I've been doing, man. Yes, my clients, because I mainly cut men hair. Well, that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years. So guy clients are like, Tiffany, where'd you go? And I'm like, hey, man, just come to my garage. I'll clear. It's fine.
Heck yeah. I love that. I mean, we talk about all the time. I do a Twitter Spaces podcast, and we talk about monetizing your passions.
Exactly.
That's the goal right there.
Exactly. Because if you're doing something you love, it's not really working. You know? It's just being able to live your true, authentic self as freely and as happily as you possibly can.
Vibes. Totally do that. Okay, so we brought up goals. What are your goals? How do you see yourself expanding and growing? What does expansion look like to you?
So right now I'm working on getting my website up because I was going to do an Etsy and then all that jazz happened with Etsy and I was like, maybe not. Exactly. So I'm working on getting my website put up, and then, I want to grow my following, and then possibly get more, because I have some of my art in a gallery. It's in the WOW gallery, The Wonders of Women, and it's going to be in there until March of next year. But I want to get my stuff in more places, and I make weird stuff, so it's kind of hard to find spots where I can fit in, but I would like to do that. And like end goal, like end all be all, I want a big maker space and an art gallery put together so that we can come together as a community and create something beautiful and functional and something that helps people get through their day-to-day. And even if it's just like, I need to go in here and like burn some wood so I can feel better, or I need to, pour some resin or something, anything, I want to be able to have a space for people to do things like that.
That's beautiful and wonderful. I'm excited about helping you grow your following. We're going to be advertising you for the next 3 to 4 months. So I need lots and lots of pictures, any videos. I'm down. We're going to be doing a lot of the editing on our end, but the goal is to bring the community up.
Perfect.
And specifically Houston, because there's so much talent here.
I know. It's just like a pool of talent.
Exactly. I mean, we did the markets all the time, and we have 4 kids. We also homeschool.
Yeah.
So I had the same epiphany. I was just like, I can't do it that way. I can't do it the way everybody's doing. I'll swim upstream and do it my own way.
Exactly.
And I kind of wiggled around to where I am now, and it's successful and good.
Exactly. And sometimes the most rewarding path is not the path that everybody else takes. So.
Totally. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait to talk to you soon and after Bad Fall. Do you have a Twitter?
I do, but I honestly have no idea how to use that place.
All right, let's talk about Twitter after we hang up here.
Yes.
It's a great art community out there.
Okay.
And there's money to be grabbed.
Nice. Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you at Bad Ball. It is going to be an amazing show. It's going to be dark and twisty like we all like.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stephanie from the Midnight Butterfly. She is also one of our vendors at the Past. Oh, hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. It's been pretty toasty outside, glad to be
Yeah.
inside now. So tell us about yourself. Tell us about your background. What got you started into crafting? And, anything about, I noticed your stuff is very niche, occult. So give us some
hmm
background about
Well, we started with one group, and we just like to please the public. We like to make things that make the public happy, just because of how you can't really find on certain stores. So, we like to we like to please the public, but then at the same time, we were kind of holding back to what was really our true calling. So we just took a step of faith and decided to enter into the metaphysical world, and it was literally like a weight at our shoulders to be with like-minded people. And like on top of that, with the fact that we still like to make the public happy, we started doing kind of like our own research on crystals and herbs and whatnot, and just reaching out to the community of all. Like we're really supportive on mental illness, LBGT, etc. We just like to make people happy in general, and we like to educate the public. And that's why we like going to these vendor events, and we're really excited to go to the Battle of Fall.
that. Nice. That is awesome. So I totally relate to all of that. Um, but specifically just being in a place where you're with like-minded people. I say
Yeah.
to all of our vendors, like if you need me to help you find more events that are in our niche, let me know and I can really help you like get into that little world because
Mhm.
there is a current um, of us doing our thing, and then now it's more openly and widely accepted. So it's gotten a lot easier to plan events and host events like this.
Mhm.
So what made you want to start a business? What got you into, just are you a full entrepreneur? Do you also have another job? Or what got you into the business aspect?
Well, me personally, I do have a foot in the work field, but due to personal reasons, I'm literally getting kicked out of the work field. So it's kind of like, you know what? I'm about to be 30 years old. I'm aging like milk, but I'm about to be 30 years old, and it's literally I need to start, like, at least we need to start doing what makes us happy, and what makes the public happy, because we're both people pleasers and whatnot. And I mean, there's really not much to say. It's kind of like in life, just do what makes you happy, do what you believe, and whenever you believe, like anything could be possible. To be honest.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. Right now I'm working full time, but we did take the plunge into entrepreneurship and spent about 3 years just on our own, being self-sufficient and doing Houston Hexes at the time. It was called Magical Mouth. But
Mhm.
yeah, so I commend you on your journey, and maybe there's a reason for all of this why you're being shifted into a new situation where you can really take that plunge and manifest for yourself all the things that you desire for your business and your growth. So tell me a little bit about your growth. Where do you see yourself evolving and going from here?
Um, we pretty much see ourselves educating the public more and literally embracing, our true selves. For instance, like my passion is artwork and reptiles, as you can see. And, especially with the reptiles, since they're very judged creatures, and people who are not into the likes that we like, they always are judged. And that's why it's like, don't judge a book by its cover, really. Like you're not going to know if it's a good chapter until you read on and invest, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. What's your baby's name?
Her name is Miss Sandy. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. I rescue most reptiles, where some people will be like, "Oh, this reptile's too big. Oh, this reptile's too aggressive," and I'm just like, "Okay, give me the scale babies. I'll take care of them." Because I don't judge people. I don't judge creatures until I get to know them. That should be like a modern rule in life. Don't judge until you know what's really going on.
Absolutely. Um, we actually have snails as our pet. We have one snail now, but we've
Cool.
had a group of snails. So people are always like, "What? That is the weirdest thing." Like, no, they're really like interactive, and they nuzzle you, and they tell you all kinds. They speak a language, and it's a beautiful thing. And I do love that about
Hmm.
people who are offbeat or on their own journey. That
Hmm.
we're in tune with nature. We get very fit, and we like cultivate those things, those relationships. You don't have to speak in order to have a relationship or a bond. So I
Yeah.
really love that aspect of like intuition and just people who are of acceptance, radical acceptance. How we can really just communicate and be in flow with nature.
Yeah.
Cool. Um, Tell us a little bit about what you're going to be bringing to the table at the Bad Luck Ball.
Well, we're going to be bringing all the cool stuff, including my snakes. Miss Sandy is actually an ambassador of the Midnight Butterfly, where she has really gotten rid of like thousands and thousands of people's phobias, excuse me, of reptiles and snakes in general. Where to the point, whenever we go to the public, like little kids, 5-year-olds, will start screaming because of like how social media has infected with the snakes, but as soon as they start hugging her, petting her, and letting her do her little cat rubs and stuff like that, now they're like, "Mommy, can I have a snake?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." Like it's like excitement.
That's amazing. I'm sure that the energy, like people who read tarot, they get
Yeah,
really like enjoy like or overpowered, like overjoyed um, by the energy that gets exchanged. So I'm sure that energy of
hmm
that turning around moment for you is like a really good and rewarding feeling. And
yes,
of
like
course, it's going to keep motivating you to do better and do more. You actually motivated me and gave me a spark of idea
oh,
just in this conversation that maybe very soon, and we do Bad Luck Ball every Friday the 13th, but I'm thinking about
uh-huh.
other things. I have a lot of stuff in the virtual world. Um,
hmm
so I was thinking like setting up an event, but where everybody does a class and then we kind of rotate through the tour. I think that would be really
Okay.
great, you know, because we all love to teach. I mean, everybody that I know, and some people don't, but the people that I know that love to teach, it'd be a really cool experience. So let's look. We'll talk more about that. That just came to my
Yeah.
mind just from what you were saying, and I was like, yeah, I love that too. I love educating the community. That's
hmm
predominantly what we do for Houston, Texas. We do occult consults, and we are of all faiths. You can come to us and we won't judge. Same kind of way. So that's pretty
hmm
cool. I like that a lot. Um, so yeah, that I mean that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of get to know you. We'll bring you back on the show. We'll talk more about reptiles. You can give us some education on, all of the basic needs of reptiles
hmm
and any other exotics that you're into. And then we'll talk about a topic and we'll get into the esoteric, and it's just going to be a great time. We'll be with you and bugging you for the next 3 to 4 months, asking you for pictures and promoting you.
hmm
We want to get your following up and we want to help you grow in Houston and in the world, so wherever it
Yeah.
takes.
Yeah. But like I said, like just to kind of like wrap it up, we're gonna bring like all the amazing stuff. Everything's gonna be customized. We're gonna be bringing tumblers. Tumblers are actually one of the strongest points of our sales, like tumblers and our shirts. And it's to the point like we could even make customs for the public. So if there's something that they don't really see, we just like to please people at the end of the day. And we'll be able to, make customs from all sizes and all types, really.
Amazing. I
Like,
saw one thing that I wanted to ask you about. Did you have a
uh huh,
car? You have like a little car spell or something like that?
a card spell.
Yeah, I thought I saw like a car spell kit, but I'll have to kind of look closer and see. It might not have said car. Uh,
Um,
hard for me to
we
read
I
the
don't
label at the same time, like just going through the pictures of
know,
that.
but we actually do rich readings and of past, present, and future, and those are fun. And with those readings, like it kind of like has us like not only just reach that typical person, but like spiritually, and basically to the soul. Where if a person's like having a bad moment and the readings are predicted, we literally go down and cry with them and just remind them of how beautifully beautiful they are and that everything's always going to be okay at the end.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
Hmm.
Well, thank you so much for joining us again. Like I said, we'll have you back, and we're looking forward to this Friday at the Bad Luck Ball.
All right, we appreciate your time, and we're excited to see y'all there.
Awesome. Well, bye. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
Hey guys, we're here with Clark Davis from Clark's Jerky. We're really excited to have him here with us today. We're going to be talking about our upcoming events on Friday the 13th. That's at Absolem's Midtown Mojo. How you doing today, sir?
No, I'm doing okay. Just like I said, I'm getting as many orders as I can get done. I've got every machine I've got rolling right now, and just trying to stay in contact with my customers, especially the ones that have pre-ordered.
Fantastic, man. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So what I do is I make several different flavors of beef jerky across a few different cuts, as well as vegan snacks like dried fruits or vegetables. I do pop-ups. I do online ordering. I even do delivery inside Beltway
8. Awesome. That's so cool. I didn't know you did the delivery thing. That's really cool. How long have you been doing this business?
This is my second year. I'm home-based, and I started out, I was telling a friend of mine the other day, because, man, it's been a while, but I started out with a cloth banner, Ziploc bags, and a table. And now I've got, I call them my pot bags because they look like what you get butt in, and the resealable aluminum-backed Mylar bags with heat seals, professionally made labels. I actually just ordered another 1,000 today because I thought that would last me, a few months, and it's not lasted me a month. But I started back in April of 2021, mainly because I saw kind of what was happening with COVID, and I saw all the rush buying people were doing, and me being a gun collector, I'm like, well, I've got to get me what I want before the prices go through the roof. And I was like, all right, well, sell what you know. And I've been making beef jerky since I was 12 years old. So I figured, all right, I'll screw around and see what's, kind of sticks with some coworkers and friends. And everybody's like, you need to start selling this, man. It really take off. I'm like, okay. And I did my first sale at Shady Acre Saloon in the tail end of April. Yeah, I think the tail end of April. And it's just been like snowballing since then.
Man, that's awesome. All the success in the world to you, dude. I've tried your product, and I met you at 1810 Ojimana, if you remember, and I hear it was the Cajun one.
The spicy Cajun's my best seller.
Man, that was the best. It was so good. I ate that whole bag. real glad. Yeah, no doubt. And guys, for real, you got to check out this guy's products. He's got a great line of stuff. I only had the opportunity to try one thing, but I think you have some specials that you do when you're at the events.
Yes. So normally carry 6 flavors of regular jerky: my spicy Cajun, my garlic and pepper, my barbecue Cajun, my spicy, my salt and pepper, and sage and pepper. That one's at the bottom of the list. Not many people order it. If you like sage chicken, you might like that. Then I have 3 flavors of what I call my premium jerkies, which are ones that obviously take a little bit more ingredients or a little bit more time involved to make them. My best seller right now is kind of a tie between my newest one, my 13 ingredient teriyaki, and a 10-day butter-aged rosemary jerky. And then the last one I have is my 5-pepper super spicy. And that one I've actually got a custom order that's getting made right now. That's habaneros, jalapenos, serranos, Thai chilies, and chile arbol.
That sounds awesome, man. I bet you all of those items will be big hits. People that are going to this shop are into like herbalism and stuff like that. And you said rosemary and some other things. The sage was another one.
Yeah.
All the peppers. I think that's actually going to be a good one for everybody because those all have like special pretensions when it comes to like the magic word, right? So you got some crossover. Pretty cool.
Well, it's like I put in my menu is like you can have the garlic and pepper if you got worms to clear out, and sage pepper if you got bad spirits to clear out.
Legit. That's awesome. Yeah, so it's awesome to have you with us. I'm really excited to see you there, man, and I hope that everybody comes out and gives Clark a visit to his booth. Why don't you plug your socials for us so we have an opportunity to have people flock over first?
It's really easy. I'm the only one that has this name, Clark's Jerky on Facebook, and all lowercase Clark's_jerky on Instagram. The majority of the work I do is through Instagram, although I am working on trying to get a website simply because I just get overwhelmed trying to take orders and keep notes and keep up with who prepaid versus who is going to pay on delivery. So I'm working on it. The same thing with my shipping. I do ship orders. I ship anywhere in the continental United States, all the way from California to Florida. I do not care. It's going to go somewhere. The trick right now is I do 2-day priority sales. So a pound and a half or less is going for $9 in shipping, and more than a pound and a half goes for 16 to get it there within 2 days. I'm working on getting the cost down with a company called Sendle. Hopefully I'll be able to get it knocked down to about $4, period.
That's a steal. Sounds good. Awesome. So in the meantime, between the event and now, you got anything coming up that you want to throw out there for everybody to check out?
Yeah, Saloon Door, like I said, that's going to be from 12 to 6 this coming Saturday. They're a nice little brewing company. They actually have a podcast as well. I think it's called Beer Mother. Sylvia Benavidez runs the joint. She's got a great staff, and every single person out there has exceptional taste in beers. They really know their stuff. Actually, a couple of months ago, I reached out to her, and they did a beer and jerky pairing night where they took my top 3 flavors and paired it with beers that they thought worked well and would send out when people would order a flight. They'd get the flight of beers with a little wedge of jerky between each shot of beer. I'll be there this Saturday. The following, so May 7th, I'm going to be at Main Street Trade Days on Main Street in LaPorte, Texas. It's my first event with them for the second Saturday of the month. And after that, it's pretty much every single weekend I've got something big going down. Obviously, I'm going to be popping up at 1810 Ogeman, and I'm trying to work on a deal with a couple different breweries and bars as far as them having my jerky already there, even if I'm not. So it'd be like you have a couple beers, you start to get hungry. There's going to be a chip clip hanging somewhere with my product on it.
Man, that's awesome, and it's a perfect compliment too. Most definitely, it goes great with beer. And oh yeah, man, no doubt. Yeah, you got a great product, man, and we're really excited to have you with us. So we'll basically just wanted to give you a minute to plug and say what's up and say hello to the people and get ready for this awesome event that we have on Friday, May 13th at Absolem's. Anything else you want to throw out before we get off the line here, bud?
No, I just appreciate y'all giving me your time, and I'm looking forward to it.
Man, me too. Can't wait to see you. And guys, definitely check out his socials. He's got the greatest memes. It's true.
Yeah, those are. It's kind of hard. It's a good creative outlet for me, and at least with my sense of humor, like I've got a couple of people that are really close to me that I'm like sending them my memes before I post them. Like, is this too far, or is this going to be like one of those things where it's more hilarious to me, but people are going to look at me like, the hell is wrong with you? So I have a system of people that they pre-approve my memes before I post them.
No, they're great, man. You're on point. It's hilarious. Send them my way. I want to check them out.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all giving me the time. Appreciate y'all letting me plug my stuff. And like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all again.
All right, man. We'll see you there on Friday the 13th. And until then, good luck on everything you're doing, my brother.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
April, is that Jambo?
What does that say for us? Kicking up corners. Yeah, we could be superstars, but I'm pretty sure our time is up. And so we fell off the spinning tops.
ATL Jacob. Say you my nigga, I'ma be your killer. Nobody gonna play with you when I'm with you. Go against any nigga like fuck this glitter. Skeet all dirt on bitches. I put it in for you, I spin for you. Whatever you with, I'm with it. How you gon' cross a nigga out rockin' with you? I got you lit in the city. I been multitasking, rapping and being the daddy to my little children. I been spinning on business and spinning and spinning and spinning until I'm dizzy. I do all the smack, you ain't never step or help with none of you killing. You doing a lot of capping, watch when I catch, I'ma whack you in front of the witness. Damn, my nigga, you trippin'. We could've been superstars. Remember when we were jacking cars? Now it's not safe for you. You switch like a pussy little bitch. Damn, my nigga, you trippin'. We could've been superstars. Can't help it, now I'm reminiscing. Remember when we were jacking cars? Now you better keep your distance, cause it's not safe for you. You switch like a pussy little bitch.
Hey everyone, it's Magical Mal, and I'm here today with Mary Jane the Mystic with her tarot business Mystic Oracle. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us. We're not going to take too much of your time, but I wanted to see if you would just start with giving our audience like some background. What got you started into tarot? Like go all the way back and let us know, where you started, where your roots from and everything.
When I was a kid, I was extremely intuitive and always very interested in these things. Psychics, things like that were always just really interesting to me. And then I got older and these opportunities started being opened up for me, and I learned about Houston Hexes. I met Houston Hexes and I really just jumped right in with the tarot readings, and I started doing some Reiki work. And it's been maybe 5 years since I got into tarot itself. And it's just been a wonderful journey ever since. Just the people that I meet are amazing. And I learn something new every day. It's amazing. It really is.
That's awesome. Yeah. You hear a lot of stories about tarot readers starting when they're young and feeling that intuition and that draw. So tell me a little bit more about what made you want to take it into the business world. Like, why did you want to monetize yourself with your talent?
I've always wanted to go big, go big or go home type thing. I always wanted to be famous and spread my name around. And a couple years ago, I learned that Houston was definitely the place to do that, especially in the art district. So I just kind of went with it. Everybody kept telling me that I should keep going and that people really like being around me. I try to send good vibes everywhere I go. So I just stuck with it because it felt right.
That's awesome. Well, we definitely enjoyed having you on our team when we had you there for an interim, and it was a pleasure to, help you grow and watch you grow. So it's really cool to see you on your journey, doing your own events and everything like that. And I'm looking forward to having you at this Bad Luck Ball number 3. Have you been at every one?
I have every single one.
That's amazing. So, planning an event is kind of crazy. So excuse me for forgetting, but yeah, it's really cool.
This one I'm specifically really excited about because I'll have my own tent this time. I already have a outfit planned out. I have decorations that everybody's gonna love. I plan on going all out this time.
That is awesome. Definitely following under our lead. So I love that. We plan to do some really interesting things this time around too. This event is really special to our heart. Not only did we move one of the things that we were planning, like our theme, to a later date, but we kind of collaborated with the people who are hosting us. And so it's really big for us. And the Saints, if you look them up, they're pretty interesting in themselves. So, it being like near Cinco de Mayo and all of that stuff, it really did come together pretty well. So what are your goals for the future beyond, you've already got your tent now and you've got your own things going on. What's your expansion look like?
It's actually extremely specific. I got my idea. I'm going to go ahead and shout out Thorn and Moon, if that's okay, because I got my idea from them. They have their own little on-the-go little camper that they built. My husband already started building me one. It's a little tiny one, though. It fits about 3 people in it, and it's purple, and that's going to be my Mystic Mary Jane Oracle on the go.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we always wanted to have a mobile domicile as well, but for a different reason, for homeschooling. And then just knowing that we could do our art and our talent anywhere we go. So we have the bus and we have the kids and we're doing our thing, making money wherever we go. So that is great. Our last reader actually was really big into traveling too. So I'll help you out with some leads on that travel network. So
that would be awesome. Thank
you have to let us know when you have it up and running, when the bus or when the trailer's ready to go, and we will definitely promote that. We look forward to seeing you grow. And if you were to tell the audience one reason or a couple of reasons why they should come to you for their reading, what would you tell them?
Well, me as a reader, I tend to be more of a friend than a reader, if that makes sense. I tried to get on a personal level with you and make you feel as comfortable as you can. And I see that it tends to make people feel more comfortable with me in general. And you can always come back to me and talk to me whenever you want, just as a friend. So these are reasons why I would say come to me, because I want to be your friend.
Nice. I appreciate that. Okay, well, thanks again for joining us on Bad Luck Ball 3. We have Bad Luck Ball 4 coming up in January, and we'll have number 5 in October next year. So we got 2 coming up next year. Hopefully you'll be there for all of them.
I will.
Awesome. All right, thanks again. Bye.
Having me. Bye-bye.